I know it's been a minute. You guys missed us. We haven't been here for a minute, but we're back. And we're just back to give you what you need. That's sports. And we're going to start off with a little fight talk tonight. This past weekend, we had UFC 300. Epic show. Lived up to the hype. We had the BMF title fight between Justin Gaethje and Max Bless Holloway right here out of the 808. And all I got to say, Steven, is shout out to Max Holloway, man. He put respect on Hawaii's name. He's always been a classy, consummate pro. And for him to move up to 155, put on that type of performance against Gaethje, lay it all on the line, and the fashion that he won. Oh, man, it was just an amazing night. It was exciting. I mean, I was with a lot of friends, and we were watching it. Everybody was going crazy. Great fight. Congratulations, Max. Couldn't think of a more deserving person. And I'm just proud of the way he reps Hawaii and puts respect and class here on the islands in 808.
Definitely. I think it was a great fight. I mean, you almost kind of wish that was the main event fight and not just like, the some prelims of everything. But I agree with you totally, Joey. Max has always been a professional. He's always gave so much respect to his fighter, the people, his opponents, and who he's fighting. Whether he's won or lost, he's always given them so much respect. And I think that's why we love him so much, is he understands that this is a fight. It's nothing personal. You're not fighting the guy because you don't like the guy. It's a business, and that's what it is. But for him to come out with that performance, I think, coming out at 155, I think he looks so much more natural.
Me too.
It wasn't. I don't think there's a big difference to what. I think it was 145 he was fighting.
He usually fights featherweight, which is 145, but he fought 155 on Saturday.
Yeah, I don't think that 10 pounds really made a difference, you know what I mean, to me, like to see him fight and everything.
Well, I thought it made a difference maybe strength-wise, because he actually scored a knockout.
But I think with that, like sometimes I think your power goes up, but maybe your conditioning, your speed and everything, but he looked fantastic. And I just think, with a Max fight, you're going to get that, you're just going to get that, like, let's stand in the middle of the ring. Let's fight toe-to-toe the last 10 seconds and see what happens. Whether I'm up, whether I'm down, let's just stand here and trade blows.
You got to love that.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's what it's about. Let's see who's the baddest. Let's scrap, stand toe-to-toe. It's like a storybook or movie finish. The last second of the fight knocks Gaethje out cold, Steven. He face plants. Crowd was going crazy. It was wild, man. Just an awesome, epic fight.
Yeah. I mean, it truly was, and just the respect that Max gives, like, again, all of his opponents. I think we really love that. We really respect that, and he's always just fighting for the people, and like just wants to give the greatest fights that we can, and it was great. I really felt bad for the other two fights because, to be honest, I really didn't watch them after.
Showstopper, right?
It was. I mean, even the way that Dana White talked about it after, it was just like an adrenaline dump, as he put it, where like after the fight, it's like you don't really care what's going to happen because that fight was everything. You would talking with your friends like, forget that fight. This is
another round.
Yeah, exactly. The best fight's over. Like who wants to watch that? So you gotta love it. And this is what UFC is all about, I feel. I mean, if you're really a fight fan, it doesn't seem like anyone was seriously hurt, but they gave you a great performance, and man, my hat's off to both of them. Not only Max, but Gaethje as well.
This was the kind of fight, I think, where if you're a UFC, fanatic, or you're the casual fan, you really enjoy it. I mean, like I said, storybook ending, knocked him out with 1 or 2 seconds to go, cold. Max moved up in weight. Phenomenal. He could have easily held back. He was winning on points. He would have won easily, but the fact that he just put it all on the line, true warrior, it was awesome, man.
Definitely.
And at 32, Max isn't slowing down or showing any signs of slowing down. I think he's still very much in his prime.
Yeah.
And we'll see where he goes from here. There's a lot of attractive fights out there. Been some talks about a rematch with Conor. If you remember, Steven, Max fought Conor very early in his career. I think he was only like 20 or 21. So it was very early in his career. He lost to Conor, but hey, to run that back would be interesting. It sure garner pay-per-view and a lot of interest. And a lot of things Max can go from here, a lot of fights.
And to bring that up about Conor, I mean, to talk about that, it could happen. I mean, Conor's coming back, I think, June 302, I think he's coming back.
Could be. They've been him and Chandler. It's like for the better part of a year they've been trying to nail a date down to fight.
I think Dana White said it after that they're going to fight for.
Is it official?
UFC 302.
302. Well, there it is. We'll see what happens.
So excited about that. Conor coming back. I mean, everyone loves a good Irishman, but.
Big movie star now.
Exactly.
Conor in Roadhouse, the remake.
What did you think of that, Joey?
Oh man.
Yep, same thing.
I'll just say it was entertaining.
Same thing. Yep. That pause said everything. That pause says everything.
Not a lot of acting going on there. Conor was Conor, right?
Exactly.
Oh,
to the T.
But hey, Steven, let's stick with the fight game. So UFC 300 was epic. That was definitely the show stealer. Max Holloway, BMF champ, fighting Gagey. But let's switch to boxing. We got another big fight this weekend, bro. We have Ryan Garcia against Devin the Dream Haney. 140, the championship. I can't remember which belt it is, whether it's the WBC or IBF, WBA. Forgive me, but there is a title at stake. Devin Haney is the champ. Ryan Garcia, he's been no stranger in the media, social media, the news. Your thoughts on that showdown?
Man, this is a tough one, and kind of maybe a different avenue to take. I think this fight would have been, more interesting than it was now. Not to say that it's not interesting, but I think if anyone's been on the internet and seen Ryan Garcia, it's been kind of troubling. You don't know where he's going, and there's all these different things that are happening, and
it's definitely emotionally erratic.
Exactly, and for me, I think that's the biggest thing for this young man is just where is his headspace. And what I mean by that is, you look before that Tank fight, he had a falling out with Canelo and his camp and all the people that he was training with, and then you saw the Tank fight where like Oscar them just kind of left him, and they're still not on good terms. And then I don't know what's happening. He's made some interesting statements about what he's witnessed and occurred to and everything. So it's just very interesting to see where this man's headspace is. And I think Joey's going to talk more about boxing aspect of what it can go on. But for me, it's just the headspace of where this young man is. It's like, I don't know where it is, and I hope he's prepared for this fight because, Haney is not someone to...
It's no joke.
Exactly. He's one of the top fighters. I think if you're looking at a boxing standpoint, I think you could see some flaws in his game or whatever the case would be. But this is not someone you kind of go into a fight where your headspace is not good. So, for me, Joey, I just hope that it's a good fight. I think you have to go with Haney on this one. But, I mean... What are your thoughts on it? And what?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I was looking up the odds on this fight, and Haney is minus 900. If you're taking Haney, that means you got to put up 900 to win 100. And Ryan Garcia is plus 500 to win. Interesting. I mean, styles make fights. You've heard this before, and we really have a stylistic matchup here. Devin Haney, to me, pure boxer, slick, hard worker, comes prepared. He does have mental strength, kind of the opposite of Ryan Garcia. So I know Haney's going to come in there very prepared. The knock on Haney, the power, the lack of power. Guys really think they have a chance. They're going to stand around, maybe hang around longer. Ryan Garcia, look, I know what's the intrigue with Garcia. Excellent offense, Steven. Really fast, strong, great left hook. I mean, it just comes out so fast. The knock on Ryan Garcia, defense. To me, holds his chin up too high. Doesn't use his size and distance very well. His defense, last fight he was trying to do the Philly shell. You saw what happened there. It was kind of, So how? And he's working with a new trainer, and Derek James used to be Errol Spence's old trainer. So how is he going to work with James? Is he going to show some new skills defensively, or is he going to just, when the pressure comes, Steven, revert back to his old ways and go for what he knows, which is what most people do? So we have an intriguing matchup. I haven't even really mentioned the mental stuff. That's kind of an obvious with the erratic behavior and the things he's been saying. But I watch online and I see the videos of Ryan Garcia. He looks like he's physically ready. I don't know. He's going to need to be because, like I said, Devin Haney is that guy. He's very mentally tough. He prepares well, and he's an excellent boxer. As you might have known, these guys have both met each other in the amateurs. They've fought 6 times. It's a split right down the middle, 3-3. So I'm just hoping for a really good fight Saturday night. I'm leaning towards Devin Haney. Not surprised if he wins on points. I don't see Haney knocking out Ryan Garcia Steven.
Okay.
But I would not be shocked if Ryan caught Haney just because of his speed and strength. But keep in mind, the big question here is going to be the defense of Ryan Garcia. To me, that's the question that needs to be answered. And I think I'll be able to see that after a few rounds. And once I see that, therein lies your winner, most likely.
Yeah. All right.
But great fight, big matchup. I like it. I think this is, the modern day, like De La Hoya Mosley, or if you're going back even farther, Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns. Maybe that's a little stretch. Maybe that big of a caliber. But these guys are definitely two of the best in the sport right now. They're both big names with big draw. And I'll be watching Saturday night.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely checking that out.
But hey, you tell us what you think. Type in your comments, email us, send in your thoughts. Who do you like and why?
All right, yeah.
Yeah, that's all we got.
Till next time.
All right.